Obama assures Americans the military strike on Syria will be nothing like the 1456 Ottoman siege of Belgrade. A jellyfish falls short of its dream to kill Diana Nyad, and Ariel Castro is failed by the system. And now, a look at the week's events certain to baffle your childlike mind. This is The Onion Week in Review. This week, the nation reportedly threw a large-scale temper tantrum after learning the crisis in Syria is a complex and multifaceted issue. According to sources, Americans across the country pounded their fists against tables and stormed out of rooms in fits of rage after being told the prospect of U.S. intervention in the troubled Middle Eastern country has many angles and possible outcomes, with many citizens repeatedly screaming no, 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 and demanding that the crisis become a clear-cut issue with good guys and bad guys right now.
It's just too much. I want it simple. I want it black and white, good versus evil. This is just too hard.
According to a groundbreaking new study published this week in the New England Journal of Medicine, the average person, while ostensibly appearing to be normal and mentally sound in their day-to-day lives, immediately becomes a deranged psychotic when alone at home. Researchers told reporters the study's subjects, despite having steady jobs and maintaining ordinary social lives, exhibited increasingly erratic and unstable activity as soon as they were behind closed doors.
We observed hundreds of subjects with successful careers, numerous friends, and loving families. Perfectly normal. But as soon as they were at their homes by themselves, they began presenting behavior consistent with those suffering from dementia, schizophrenia, and various other acute mental illnesses.
This week, viewers of documentary World War II in HD told reporters the film's language and imagery seemed to betray an unmistakable anti-Nazi bias. Those that finished watching one of the documentary's 10 parts noted that the historians interviewed about the war consistently showed a pro-Allies stance and said the film was, quote, less than objective when dealing with Adolf Hitler and the Nazi army.
I mean, they kept saying that Hitler's speeches were full of hate, and I think one guy even went so far as to call him a Nazi menace. And whenever they would show scenes of the Holocaust, they would play this really dark music over top. Like, let me make up my own mind, you know?
And in this week's Onion magazine, dogs with abs. In other news, Bruce Springsteen is on the fence about playing Bashar al-Assad's birthday gig. A family's horrific 45-minute screaming match ends in consensus to go to Macaroni Grill. And a sleeping middle-aged businessman in an airport is suddenly so childlike, so vulnerable. We imagine that in the infinite universes parallel to this one, you are still staring dumbfounded at this video. For more, keep checking theonion.com.